Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode of Geek Out Championship Wrestling, the only wrestling podcast that has the extremities to do an episode on a pay-per-view-ly basis. That's right. Every WWE pay-per-view, we come around and chat about the comings and goings in wrestling, mostly in WWE. Every once in a while, branch out a little bit. I am your host with the most, Mr. Chris, I can like two wrestlers at one time, Nolan, and across the ring from me, the reigning, defending, the dorky, Mr. Timmy C.
You forgot Undisputed Champion.
I didn't forget a damn thing. I just didn't say it.
You just put in Dorky instead.
It's the same thing, right?
No, it's not. No, that's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I tell you, we're back for Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
Look at us with the extremities to do this.
I feel like we were only here like 2 weeks ago.
I know. And I'm not complaining.
Remember when they said they were going to dial back their pay-per-views?
Yeah, that's not happening. Before you know it, SummerSlam will be right here.
We are on the road to SummerSlam.
We are. Speaking of which, there was a local show up here in D.C. This past Saturday. My sister, that was her first live WWE event that she went to.
Did she like it?
Yep. She wore her The Man shirt.
Did her man wear the man's man shirt?
No, he didn't. Ben, I think, wore a Stone Cold shirt.
Ugh.
I think.
Typical.
I forget now. No, I don't remember. But I think so. I don't know. I have to go back. But she said she had a great time. She was excited.
Good.
So,
did she report on any of the good matches?
No, she didn't give me any insider information.
Rude.
I know. Well, it was her first time. I'll let it slide. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
But yes, so we are getting Extreme this weekend.
Yeah.
One concerning thing is we head into Extreme Rules, and I looked at the matches. We got like 10 matches, right? So a pretty full card.
Yeah.
There's not many Extreme matches.
No.
So I don't know if you remember or not, but like in years past, we used to have at least a ladder match, a chair match, a tables match.
Well, no, those are on TLC now.
A street.
Fight.
Like a street fight.
Yeah. With street fighters.
Right. We do have a no holds barred.
Oh.
But,
starring Hulk Hogan and
no, that's our Undertaker and Reigns match.
Oh.
Yes. So let's jump right into it, right?
Yeah.
We've got the cruiserweights.
Sure.
We got Tiny Knees, right?
Mm-hmm.
I pulled that right from you.
I
couldn't help myself. Against Hometown Boy, Drew Gulak. We're going to Philly for Extreme Rules, and Drew Gulak is from Philly.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. There's some food for thought for you. Yeah, you learn something new every day.
Yeah.
So to me, I think the title change for Gulak was well deserved. You know, the guy deserved it. It was great that he got it. To turn it around and give Tony Nese the belt back, I think is too soon.
I agree. I don't like quick title change. I mean, that's the reason why I really kind of went meh very quickly on Sasha and Charlotte, because they kept just hot potatoing the title.
It was a flippy flop.
Yeah. So I wouldn't like it. And I think it would be silly of the WWE to do it too. So I think chances are we're both going the same way with Smark and Mark to Gulak.
I think so too. I am a little disappointed that this isn't another triple threat with Tozawa, because I think that last time watching that match, that was fun that it was a triple threat. But I think it's fine to have a one-on-one, but I just think Tozawa's just, I don't know, he's just very intriguing. He added a cool element of chemistry there. I'm anxious to see how just these two are one-on-one for a for the championship. So I'm assuming that'll probably be on the pre-show too.
Probably. It is the cruiserweights.
Another one that'll probably be on the pre-show. We've got the Raw Tag Team Champions.
Yeah.
So we've got the Revival against that team since day 1 or 2 or 5. I don't know. Some dumb
Heavy Machinery?
No. Usai's.
Usi Hot.
There you go.
Yeah.
Team
so Usi Hot.
It's a team that I'm not rooting for. Let me just put it that way.
Mm-hmm. You're not Using for?
No. So this has been I don't know how into Raw you've been, but this has kind of been pretty lukewarm in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, it's the Revival. They don't want to put too much stock behind them.
No, and the Usos have it's kind of been like goofy bits to try to like play pranks on the Revival and stuff. So either way, I'm rooting for anybody but the Usos. So the Revival is my pick both ways.
Yeah. The WWE has taught me to not root for the Revival. More so just the fact that I much more than you enjoy the Usos.
Right.
I just know that at this point it almost seems like Vince is just looking for a way to screw over the Revival. So I'm smarking to the Usos just out of what's that word? Conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Pavlovian. So like I'm amazed
like
now.
You're like Usos ding.
Yeah.
Revival ding ding ding.
Yeah.
So yeah, I understand.
That being said, I do quite enjoy the Revival. This is actually kind of tricky for me because I like both of them. You know.
Mm-hmm. While you think about it, I will bring up a fact that why is a tag team like the Viking Raiders not in this? What happened to them? They were such a hot tag team in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we have this conversation a lot, though.
Yeah.
About whether it's an individual wrestler or a tag team. And what really gets me is I really hope we don't say this when the Undisputed Era takes over Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah. What happened to the Undisputed Era?
Yeah, if
they
that
just
happens,
become another club.
Well, the club's back, by the way. Yeah. But yes, it would make
it only took them 3 years.
Yeah, I know. I know. All right, so I gave you enough time.
Yeah, no, I think it might be a shocker to you, but I think I would be more excited if the Revival retained.
Of course.
Because like objectively, they are better wrestlers.
Right. I agree.
And it's the Usos have had the title plenty of times. We've seen what an Usos reign looks like.
Since when?
Since day one ish.
Right.
But whereas the Revival hasn't gotten that much time to reign. They've had they've like had it twice for short runs since like WrestleMania ish.
Yeah. Nice one.
Yeah. But yeah, it would be great to see a long reign for them because they deserve it. They are top guys. I don't know if you've heard.
They are.
Do they clink their titles? Because that was one of the things that I loved about them in the NXT. They're like top guys out, clink, and then just walk out. But yeah, so I think just more excited for the Revival than the Usos getting another championship run.
Okay. So next match, and I don't know if this will be pre-show or not, but we have a last man standing match between Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley. So if you remember, these two have really kind of picked up the physicality of their...
I've seen a couple of the clips on like them going through the Titantron.
Yeah.
I love a good Titantron destruction, especially since I know how to build those things and I've used video walls like it. I enjoy them being incorporated in. So, it's not quite like you seeing like a guitar used as a weapon.
Right.
Like me, I'm like, ooh, video wall getting destroyed.
So is there really that much pop and smoke and stuff that happens in the background when those things go down?
No.
Or are we really just talking about plugs?
That is, yeah.
It's extension cord plug. They all plug together, so they all match together.
Yeah, you're more likely to have just broken plastic than pops of electricity like that.
Right.
And electricity is a very fast thing. Like if you do have a pop,
Right.
it goes pop and then nothing.
Oh, okay.
Anything else is fire. Like it might pop and cause a fire of some sort.
And that would not be good.
No.
But yeah,
That-
so they've really been building this up. I'll be honest with you, man. When it comes to Lashley, his first time around in WWE years ago, he just didn't seem like he fit in.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's getting that again here. Like, I just don't see where he fits.
Yeah.
And especially without Leo Rush,
being his hype man.
right.
Yeah.
Lashley is just Lashley, and I feel bad for him,
Mm-hmm.
but in the same sense, I don't see. I think it's really hard to get behind him because he really doesn't have that the mic skills.
Yeah. It was like when Braun Strowman first started out, like when he was just a member of the Wyatt family,
Right.
and like they never gave him a mic. I have no idea if it was because he didn't have any skills or if it was because they didn't trust him or if he or what. But yeah, I was like, wow, this guy's just like he's a big dude, and like it wasn't until he like started flipping cars and being like you recognized a subtle amount of like really good comedic timing in his promos that you were kind of like, oh, okay, this guy's pretty, and he shaved off the sides of his hair,
Right.
that helped him a lot, much like Baron Corbin,
Right.
shaving his head bald,
Agreed.
suddenly way cooler.
Yeah. So I think I'm going Braun here,
Yeah.
both ways. With Lashley, I don't see it, man. I think it's only a matter of time before he kind of, I don't know how long of a contract he's signed, but I don't think, he's long for.
You think he's
WWE.
going to suddenly just decide that he wants to quit and go to UFC?
I don't know.
That's what the storyline was when he left TNA.
He's right,
and then suddenly appeared in the WWE.
right. I think he's too old to jump to UFC at this point. I mean, that's the same thing that I think that that Lesnar's kind of run into. That you have so much talent in UFC of all these younger guys, and they're just not able to kind of stay with him. I mean, they're in their 40s, right?
Yeah.
So. But I don't know. I see Lashley moving on somewhere else.
Yeah.
I just.
I too definitely would get more excited for a Braun win. So I'm marking to Braun, but like for some reason, and God knows where it's coming from because I haven't been watching the product, but like for some reason, I feel like WWE wants Lashley to win. Maybe it's just because that's the only reason why in my head it makes sense that they would even put the two of them together.
Sure.
Because Braun is likely to go over, crowd-wise, no matter what, win or lose, because they love Braun.
Right. Get these hands.
Yeah. So, like, in my head, it makes sense that they're trying to build Lashley back up, maybe for another run to actually be something.
Okay.
So I would not be surprised if Lashley came out the victor.
Okay. So is that from a?
That's a smark.
Okay.
Mark still to Braun.
Okay. So we're in the same boat,
Yeah.
except I'm smarking to Braun.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one we've got United States champion Ricochet against AJ Styles, with now the club back in his corner.
That's too sweet.
I know. The club, by the way, they Gallows and Anderson signed a new 4 or 5 year deal.
Yeah, I heard they were signed a new 5-year. Yeah.
Yep. So they're back.
Well,
which
yeah,
is great.
they've got to be able to afford their hot Asian wives.
Yeah, that's true.
That they do not, or at least that who is it? Gallows? No, Anderson won't shut up about his hot Asian wife.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if Gallows is as vocal.
I thought, who was Gallows? I thought Gallows was dating. Was it? Who is it? She's out on injury right now.
I don't know. My friend Jose knows all about wrestlers' dating habits. Jose, I don't know if you listen, but if you listen, text me right now. Who is Gallows dating?
There you go. Yeah, I've heard.
Also, Jose is very what's the word? Involved in the gated community around the DMV independent wrestling scene. So if you go to shows like crab wrestling shows and you see the gated community, look for Jose looking rich.
He just had a birthday, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. We he had a piñata.
Oh,
Because
festive.
I don't know if you could tell from his name, but he is of Hispanic Latin.
No way.
Yeah, right. But so his family had this big like Latin cookout.
Okay.
And you know,
that's when you know there's a ton of food.
Oh, yeah.
And it's delicious.
I made the mistake of not knowing when the party was supposed to start that day, so I had dinner, and then he texts me, "Where are you?" And I was like, "Fuck!" So I had like just finished eating, and I was like, "Oh man, this is a dinner party." Oh, I thought this was just like dudes hanging out in the evening.
Right.
I'm gonna have to eat because I feel bad going to a place where like people have cooked, especially his dad like cooked a lot because I mean
Oh yeah.
Delicious food. So there was a piñata, and there was a lot of wrestlers at this party, or at least a lot of like wrestling adjacent people, and several independent wrestlers from the area were there, and so they decided to like body slam and suplex and whatnot the piñata to get the candy out.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I have it on video. I'll show you when we're done recording.
Definitely.
Remind me.
Definitely.
But yeah,
it was Nia Jax. He used to date Nia Jax. Luke Gallows did.
Well, I'm sure I have already received the text from Jose.
I'm sure he did.
So thank you, Jose, for doing the legwork on that before Timmy here ruined it for you.
Yes, of course I did. I tend to have that.
I hope I get 2 texts from him being like, "Nia Jax, you idiot." Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Damn it, Timmy.
Timmy's a piece of shit. I hope he loses the title.
Yeah. I can't believe you told him about our piñata.
That was a special moment between us.
Exactly. That was only for the party.
Yeah.
So Ricochet and AJ Styles, they've done some really, some really cool stuff on
I mean,
Raw.
they're 2 great, like, athletic, like, they're the acrobatic types.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
I don't.
Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler were a team?
They were, yeah.
I guess
that was last
week.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was last week.
I hadn't even heard.
Yes. And then she's like, "Yeah, come on, buddy. Let's mm-hmm. And then he's like, "Stunner." Yeah.
I barely know her.
Right.
To pull behind the veil a little bit, Timmy told me that I should watch this week's SmackDown, so I turned it on while he was on his way over. We're now a little bit over halfway through the episode. It's playing on mute in the background.
Oh yeah. So anyway, they AJ Styles and Ricochet have really put on some cool matches to kind of build this up. I'm looking forward to it. I think this is going to be one of the matches of the night.
Yeah.
But part of me doesn't think there'll be a clean finish.
No, you don't say.
Well, I think this is one of those that they really want to do this again at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they're going to put the belt on AJ for SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
And Ricochet will try and get it back at SummerSlam.
Well,
or
no rematches.
It won't be, but
ever.
Right. You know how things are. And so, or will there be some sort of shenanigans where, there's a DQ, AJ Styles wins via the DQ because maybe the club gets involved, and Ricochet retains. AJ says that's not fair. I want a real match. Ricochet's like, tell your goons to go away, and then we'll have a match, kind of deal. I think that's kind of the progression of it.
Or maybe they do some sort of AJ wins, and Ricochet's like, no fair, you won because you had Gallows and Anderson there. And AJ has the title.
Right.
And then they decide to do like a 6-man tag, which I think is more common or at least classic WWE. I don't know about this new WWE.
Right.
So like the club versus Rick O'Shea and 2, unknown opponents. And then maybe we spend the next couple weeks between now and SummerSlam with a side story about Rick O'Shea finding two dudes.
That's very possible.
Yeah.
I mean, I could definitely see that happening too.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you like here?
I think Smark-wise, I think I'm going to go with the story that I just kind of loosely mapped out and say that AJ Styles wins. I think Mark-wise, as much as I love the club, I think I would be more excited with a Ricochet win. So I think I'm going to mark.
I think I'm with you because I like.
I was hoping that would be where we differ.
No, well, what I like is kind of the underdog story. I always have as a Jeff Hardy fan. And I think with Ricochet, it's almost like even though it's not a 3-on-1 match, you have him as the underdog here. So I think that's really fun to get behind.
Yeah.
So I think from a mark-out perspective, I'd love to see Ricochet overcome the odds and win again, right? And hold on to the belt and have some sort of rematch without the title changing hands at SummerSlam.
So
and then maybe AJ
so
and the
like
club
the reverse
win.
of my story.
I think AJ and the club win at SummerSlam, but not now.
Okay.
So I'm going Smark and Mark for both Ricochet.
Okay. I think since arguably I was on the fence on which one I want to win more, I think I might switch my answer then for mark out.
Okay.
Just to make it more interesting
That's fine.
with us. So let the
What,
record
you're upset
show.
because we agree too much?
Yeah, pretty much.
You don't think our audience?
There's
likes that?
not enough drama.
Oh, we need more drama?
Yeah, maybe we should add a third host.
Yeah. We've talked about that, but our concern is we would never get the titles back.
Yeah.
We're the only ones that can trust each other with our titles.
Especially now that we have 5 titles.
We keep adding more and more. That's right, because we added the money in the banks.
Exactly.
Right.
The money's in the bank.
Right. I love it. So the next one,
which no one's used. Are you waiting until you don't have the title anymore to use yours?
Yes.
You don't want to use it to ensure that you keep the title?
No, I'll cash in on any match.
Yeah.
Next one is the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. We have a triple threat. We have Woods and Big E from the New Day. There you go. Speaking of days, happy Rusev Day.
Happy Rusev. Jesus, it's been months.
I know. I don't know how much longer we can say that. I don't.
Has he been on the show at all?
No.
Not even Lana.
Nope.
No. Greatest women's wrestler in the world.
Apparently. So we have Woods and Big E against Daniel Bryan and Rowan versus Heavy Machinery. So to me, based off of how things are going on the show, I see Daniel Bryan and Rowan keeping the belts. Yeah. From a smart perspective.
I'm upset that I haven't heard that they've made new hemp tag belts.
They haven't. They're kind of. I mean, he's still about recycling. He's still about but. No hemp tag team championships.
I'm kind of upset that they didn't take the opportunity after he dropped the title to be like, well, you might be the world champion, but I'm the world's champion.
Yes.
And continue rocking his hemp belt.
I think that would have been great.
Yeah. But I feel like too many people fantasy booked that, so WWE was like, wow, we can't do what they want.
Yeah, we got to figure out something else. I mean,
we have to surprise them.
Our ratings are amazing. What do you mean they're down? Hey, Paul Heyman, get over here.
What do you mean the entire camera side of Stomping Ground was completely roped off?
Hey, what's Bischoff doing? I think I'd mark out for a Heavy Machinery win.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have they been doing all right?
Yeah. They've been holding their own. They're kind of that goofy group, and they're fun.
The last real thing that I saw from them was just still too close after their debut when which one was it? Otis just walked out during a moment of bliss and was just weird.
Yes,
and
they've gotten better since then.
Good, because they were enjoyable in NXT.
Yeah, they're very entertaining.
I do think that they were one of the ones that were called up too early. I think they could have had more fun in NXT. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I agree.
Like we were just getting to know them when they got called up. Oh, it's time to find out who Aleister Black's mystery opponent.
Yes, and it's actually perfect timing because that would be the next match.
Oh, good. I would hate to have it spoiled. Let me vamp a little bit more on this tag match.
All right, so who are you thinking for the tag match?
Why is he laughing? That's weird. I don't like that. He's supposed to be dark and broody. What are they doing? Why is he laughing? Was he laughing because he was like, "That's a ridiculous question"?
No, he ripped a fart, and he thought it was really funny. That's what it was.
You piece of shit.
But I think heavy machinery. Well, come on, man. I'm talking about heavy
Yeah.
machinery here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only
Yeah, right.
it's only
Yeah.
fitting to hit you. Yeah, exactly.
Pretty lady.
Exactly. So anyway, so that's
Sorry,
my
so
thinking on it.
recap. Was it just the 3 teams? New
Yep,
Day.
so we got New Day, Brian and Rowan, and heavy machinery.
All right. So I too wouldn't be surprised if Brian and Rowan came out on top. Is it Bray Wyatt?
No.
Oh. Is it well, that was going to be a reference to a TV show that I'm sure you didn't watch called Blood Drive. It was amazing. It was on Sci-Fi. I have it on Blu-ray. I'm really excited about it.
Here it comes. You ready?
Is it Eric Bischoff himself? Oh, Cesaro?
It's Cesaro.
There you go. Oh, with Dabar
Yes.
mouthpiece. Anyway, sorry. That's a nice suit he's got there. So wouldn't be surprised if Daniel and Rowan, or sorry, Eric, because they got rid of Rowan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If they retained, as far as marking out, I don't know. Since it's been so long since I've gotten to, or since I haven't been able to grow with, heavy machinery, I think they're out on the mark side for me. Although they will put on a good match because they're good wrestlers, so that would be exciting. But they're all 6 of them are good
They
wrestlers. I think the little kid in me would still get most excited for the New Day getting it
Okay.
back.
I can see that.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Oh.
Who's that guy? Ain't no stopping me.
Right. Nope.
Come on.
Oh, come on.
Come on. His
I
name
feel-
is
I
2
feel-
first names.
Yeah. No. Oh my God. Why am I? Shelton Benjamin.
There you go.
So actually, while I have you here, while I have you on mic,
Yes.
under oath.
Uh-oh.
No, so at work, I have a couple of at my old job, the bar, bar. There were a couple of my fellow bouncers were also wrestling fans,
Okay.
and when Shelton Benjamin came back to the WWE, one of them was just like, would always be like, Shelton Benjamin, and I couldn't tell if that was just the way that he would say his name or if that was a reference to something. Does that? Just like a really breathy, like whispered, like Shelton, with like a little body rock while he's doing it.
I'm not aware of anything.
Okay, that might just be
The
him.
Shelton Benjamin that I know, even from before, was this "Ain't no stopping me now," and he didn't really do much talking, and he was very athletic and acrobatic in the ring, and he was fast. I mean, he would race down to the ring.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Under Ultimate Warrior style.
Kind of, sort of.
I think it
It
was
was like more of like a buff jog where he's like, showing up,
like if Vince McMahon ran down.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just less gyrations. Yes.
I think it was or the best that I could figure was just his own silly way of saying his name. Like with the dance thing, and then a comment on the fact that he didn't talk much. He was really quiet when he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't really talk much at all.
But I mean, there ain't no stopping him now. So.
No. So we've got Cesaro and Aleister Black. So Aleister Black's been sitting in a dark room asking for an opponent who is man enough, it's tough enough to come and fight me.
WWE's tough enough?
Yeah, almost.
On USA?
Almost. That's yes, nice reference. That's cool. I used to watch that. That was a lot of fun to watch.
I watched the one season that they had after I started watching wrestling.
Right.
With Baron
Corbin.
Velveteen Dream.
Oh. But he wasn't the Velvet.
No, he was.
He
went
his other name.
Yeah, he went by a name. The gold. Why am I so bad with names?
Yeah, you're struggling right now.
Yeah. What's her
actually,
name?
a lot of times.
Yeah, what's her name with the gold trunks and the I can and she's with she on Tough Enough she was Daria, not Cueto. That's Cueto.
So you're thinking of Mandy Rose?
Yes, Mandy Rose. Jesus Christ.
It's good to have me around, right?
Yeah, when you
know.
do help. Yeah, Mandy Rose was the second place female.
Right.
And her and Velveteen Dream are like the only ones that have made anything of themselves since that show. And Velveteen Dream was one of the first people voted off because the Hulkster did not like him.
Yeah, of course he didn't.
Yeah, well,
and then the Hulkster reaches out to him when he goes big time in NXT, and Velveteen Dream's like, "I don't need you."
the Velveteen Dream does not remember this.
Yes.
Or does not recall this, whatever.
So we find out on SmackDown this past Tuesday night.
Just right now, if you're me.
That Cesaro is the one that was knocking at the door of Aleister Black.
Oh.
So,
was he singing the Rolling Stones song, Can You Hear Me Knocking?
No, he was singing Back in Black by AC/DC.
Fair. Both songs that have appeared in Marvel Cinematic Universe movies.
See? Look at that.
And actually both songs, I think, that have appeared in Spider-Man Marvel Cinematic movies.
That's a good question.
Have you seen Far From Home yet?
Mm-mm.
Okay, that's when the AC/DC song is played.
Okay.
But I'm struggling to confirm with my memory that it's definitely Back in Black. It is definitely an AC/DC song.
Okay.
But I cannot confirm nor deny that it's actually Back in Black.
We're close enough. How about that?
There you go.
I think this
I'm
is
here
going
to
be
show the world.
I think this is going to be a fun match.
Yeah.
I've
distracted myself too much. I've already forgotten what
you and
I
have always been fans of Cesaro.
Yes.
I mean, the guy
Cesaro.
Yes, he's got great talent in the ring.
Antonio Cesaro?
What was his first name?
I think it was Antonio Cesaro.
Yeah, maybe. And Aleister Black, I think.
I can remember his first name from way
exactly.
back when, but I can't remember Mandy Rose.
But I'm a big fan of Aleister Black.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think this is just going to be a really fun match.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think about these two wrestlers?
I have been popping for Aleister Black ever since he came on the scene in NXT. I love his whole thing. It reminds me of when I went through my goth phase in high school, with a couple more tattoos.
Right.
I love his moveset, just cool guy all around. Cesaro, also great wrestler.
Yeah.
Really fucking good.
Yeah.
I think you're right. We are in for a treat with this match.
I think so too.
And I think it would be a little it's a little tough to say who I think will come out the victor. Like, chances are, like, I'm leaning more towards smart wise, I'm leaning more towards Aleister Black, just because I feel like he's still, like, they're still trying to push him.
Right.
And they're like, who is a good guy to put him up against to really give him that cred is to beat Cesaro.
Yeah, I agree. And I like it a whole lot better than Randy Orton. At one point, they were talking about Randy Orton maybe being that secret opponent. So I'm glad Cesaro.
But I think I'm going to mark out more to Aleister Black winning, just because kindred spirits, as it were.
Unfortunately, I am in the same boat as mark out for Aleister Black. I am smarking to Cesaro.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a very good match.
Mm-hmm.
I put this up there with AJ Styles.
I think we can agree with that.
Yep. Next on the list, we have the SmackDown Women's Championship. We have Bayley and versus Little Miss Bliss with Nikki Cross.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a 2-on-1 handicap.
Yeah.
We have a Nikki Cross telling Bayley that if she needs help, she should get a friend.
Mm.
So the big rumor is, will
Sasha?
Sasha Banks return as her friend?
Bum, bum, bum.
I don't think she does.
Neither do I.
I think that would be way too kayfabe.
Yeah.
And too many people are predicting it. So what does WWE do?
Oh, of course. You
They
got to
don't do it.
subvert their expectations. Just like The Last Jedi.
I think from a smart perspective, Bayley retains.
Yeah. And that causes a rift between Nikki and Bliss.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's the safe play. But I think from a mark out, I'd love to see Bliss get the championship again.
You don't say.
Yes. I mean, I just... Why? You're giving me a look. What?
No.
I mean, you're clearly...
You're allowed to like whomever you like.
Of course. I have been very consistent all along. And I tell you, after watching that 24/7 or 365, whatever
365.
it was. Yeah. Fantastic.
Oh, wonderful.
On Bliss.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying not to say her first name, so you're...
I appreciate it, since she's basically sitting right on top of you.
Giggity.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I just I think it was great that Bayley won the championship, right?
Yeah.
But I just I don't know, man. I just really want to know where the storyline's going. I really think Bayley's kind of boring on the microphone, to be honest.
Yeah.
And Bliss isn't.
Yeah. Oh, never boring.
So that's where I'm going.
Yeah.
You're not gonna like it, and it is what it is.
No,
but
I'm not gonna like it.
why?
Well, because of course it's me.
You're in love with
well-known
Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch, since she became the man, she has been everything that you talk about. Like all the other female wrestlers have just. I mean, when was the last time you said the wrestler Mia Yim?
Whoa.
Exactly.
One,
See?
it's Mia Yim.
Yep. Well, you haven't said it in so long, I don't even remember the first name. Right?
When was the last time she was on one of our pay-per-views?
You don't even bring her up. I mean, come on.
Do you follow me on Twitter? I talked about her like 2 days ago.
Yeah, please. Anybody can tweet about anything, But it's just okay. I mean, let's hear you go for Bliss.
As always.
Number
one, president of the Bliss fan club.
Oh.
I am marking to Little Miss Bliss.
I thought you forgot a word in there. It was former.
Oh, do you want to see my membership card?
But it's former. It expired when Becky Lynch became the man.
Okay.
That became your new fan club.
You
don't believe me? Go back on the other podcasts. I mean, the previous podcasts, it's been Lynch. That's all I hear, and it's like, okay.
They're fighting completely different matches.
And you're like, oh, well, it's different because Bliss is injured. Bliss isn't
she
around.
wasn't in the match.
Bliss is hosting WrestleMania, so she really doesn't matter.
She was
right
making
now.
WrestleMania moments.
I was like, are you kidding me? But anyway, yeah, good for you. Yeah, okay. And what about from a Smark perspective?
So I think, oddly enough, from a Smark perspective, Nikki Cross is going to win.
Really?
Yeah. I think this is how WWE, as much as I don't want Bliss and Cross to just so quickly just become enemies, I think that's how they spark that storyline, because it's WWE. They love turning friends against each other.
So, but what would?
So I think Nikki wins, and Bliss gets pissed off because she wanted to be the winner, and she just wanted to exploit Nikki Cross to beat to get it so that Bliss beats.
That's a cool angle.
Yeah,
I'm down with that. That's cool.
Yeah. Too bad we don't have a Smark belt yet.
Gosh, it's like, how many belts can I put around my waist and my shoulders? Just living the dream, buddy. WWE Championship, Kofi Kingston versus Samoa Joe. So, for those of you that have been following, you've noticed kind of a little change in Mr. Kingston. So
A little edgier. Throwing up the finger.
He is. And in my opinion, he's getting a little full of himself. You know, some call it confident. I call it borderline heelish. But that's just me. As it relates to Samoa Joe, I tell you, man, that guy can hype a match. I think WWE is counting their lucky stars that they signed him before AEW came around. Because
oh my God, can you imagine?
Samoa Joe is unreal with, really building up a match just from his promos.
Yeah.
So I don't know who's going to win here. I guess Kofi will retain, but I could totally see Joe winning.
Yeah, I feel like the smart money is on Kofi retaining until SummerSlam.
Right.
But yeah, it's gonna be tough to choose which one I'm more excited for, just because of like how good the match will be.
Right. And how is this not like a kendo stick match?
Yeah.
How is this not
a tables match?
Right. Give me something.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing extreme.
Yeah.
And
a
this
false
would
count anywhere, maybe.
This would be a perfect extreme match.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. What are you thinking?
Well, like I said, Smart Money says Kofi retains.
Right. I'm with you there.
I think I might mark out, like, from this standpoint, I think I still might mark out more for Kofi winning.
Right.
Much like why I'm going for the New Day. Do I want to be listening to this?
No, you can just watch
pay
it.
attention.
Yeah, just watch.
Okay.
Wait for it.
Yeah.
And
boom, stunner.
Guess who's back? Nice sell job by Shane.
Yeah, much better than his dad.
And look, he just leaves. I love it.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. But anyway, back to the match.
But yeah, so yeah, much like how I'm feeling with the New Day in their tag match, I think the Little Boy Blue is going to be more excited for members of the New Day winning. And wouldn't that be great for all three members? Wow, Hulu, way to no sell the finish of this match. Brought up the countdown to the next episode before Roman even got him in the pin.
Well, you know what's funny about that is it actually did go all the way up to 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Like, it actually went maybe a little bit over 10 o'clock.
Oh.
Yeah, so Hulu actually was right on with that because...
Well, no, but yeah, but what I'm...
But I know, because because they're able to condense it and stuff like that, but watching it or a couple nights ago, it really went all the way up to, it was like 9:59, 10 o'clock, and then they were finishing the pin and had to change programming. So anyway,
fair.
I'm smarking and marking to Kofi as well.
Yeah.
I think I wouldn't be surprised if it was a cheap win, if there was a DQ. That way, it doesn't. There's no clean finish that really makes Samoa Joe look bad, and kind of opens the door for something to continue. But part of me still thinks they're gonna do something with the New Day breaking up.
Yeah.
And I think it has to be where the other members cost Kofi his belt.
What better place to do that than on the second biggest pay-per-view of the year?
Third in my opinion, but yes, SummerSlam.
Second biggest by WWE's wording.
But by my standards.
And mine.
Third.
Royal Rumble's still bigger than
yes.
Than,
and Money in the Bank kind of ranks up there too for me. But speaking of Money in the Bank, we've got a couple matches with both the Universal Champion and WWE Champion.
Yeah.
Does Brock Lesnar show up?
No.
Okay. I'm just throwing it out there. All right, so we've got the Undertaker.
Partially because I don't want him to. Partially because it's Brock. Why would he?
Right. So we've got The Undertaker and Roman Reigns.
What if he just lets the time run out on that?
No.
Have they done that? Has anyone forgotten to cash in?
No. I mean, people have waited.
Yeah. Wasn't there? Didn't Carmella wait like 300 days?
She waited a while. Yep.
Yeah.
I think she was one of the longest.
She made
ones.
it worth it.
Yeah. Undertaker, Roman Reigns versus Shane O'Mac and Drew McIntyre. This is a no holds barred match.
Poor Undertaker being.
Well, supposedly the Undertaker wanted a match with Drew.
Yeah.
So
it's fine. Maybe this will be his fifth retirement match in as many years.
Very possible. I think the real selling point to this match was Kevin Owens' promo on SmackDown. I think what he's added to this match without being in the match has done an amazing job of building up this match. And to me, it's made me hate Shane McMahon even more.
Okay, I was about to say that's what made you hate it, but yeah, even more.
Even more.
Yeah.
You know, I'm and it's like KO said everything that we have been saying, you know, that people like Shane McMahon are taking up time that all these other wrestlers should be in. So, I'm all about anybody, just like I am with the Usos, anybody but a McMahon. So I am smarking and marking to The Undertaker and Reigns, and I hope KO gets involved. And I will say, I'm a little upset that my boy Elias is one of Shane McMahon's kind of, what do you call a henchmen, if you want. I'm not a real big fan of that. Poor Elias is getting buried there. But anyway, what do you think?
Same. Anyone but Shane.
Okay.
So yeah, cut and dry.
Last match, Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch versus Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans, where the winners take winner take all. It's an Extreme Rules mixed tag team match. So the winners take both belts.
And if Becky and Seth lose, they are not allowed to challenge for it back, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct. Do they have like a name? Rollins and Becky, are we?
Recky?
Is that what?
No. Ballins?
Rollins?
Yeah.
I just, just anyway. I guess this is the last match. Right. This is the last match, so I guess we're getting a little punch drunk.
Yeah.
So we saw this match coming from the last pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I can't say I'm a big fan of it.
No.
It's really hard for me to get behind both Corbin and Lacey Evans. I know you're a big Lacey Evans fan. I think she's just full of botches, man.
Yeah.
She just, I mean, even on, Raw, she's either botching a line or botching a move. And I tell you, I think they can't wait for someone like Ronda to come back.
Her character works pretty good.
Her character works fine, but I don't think she's ready, man.
No.
Especially for this kind of prime time. I actually hope this is one of the first matches and this doesn't bring it home, but I have a feeling this is going to bring it home.
Oh yeah.
I'm not really super excited for it.
Well, you got someone of the magnitude of Baron Corbin in it. Like, it's got to be main event. He's wrestled more times on Raw this year than anybody else.
Right. And it's done him a whole lot of good.
Yeah. He's better than Will Ospreay.
Oh my god. Oh my god. So I'm going Rollins and Lynch.
Yeah.
Mark and Mark.
Yeah.
That's I don't see any other way.
I am not sad to say. Because I did start this year as a pretty vocal fan of Becky Lynch. And
what?
And I know you're a huge Seth Rollins fan.
I am.
It's still the year of Rollins.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was fun.
It was. But like I really have no desire for their relationship to be the storyline, the through line of this story. I don't like that, especially that it's a real life relationship as well. You know, so like I don't know. I feel that just feels so exploitative. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, they're going up against Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans. Like, I just don't care.
No.
But you know, so I think by default I have to smart and mark to Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. You know, but like it's almost reluctant because like just this match by itself just seems like a waste of time.
My concern is that there's not going to be a lot of title changes,
Yeah.
which means Brock Lesnar will be there and will cash in.
Mm.
That's my concern.
What if he cashes in on Becky?
That's a good one. That's a good one. No, I think I wouldn't be surprised if he cashes in on Rollins at the end of the night, and that brings it home.
Yeah.
You know,
And then he does his little just like Seth did at WrestleMania.
Just to add some excitement.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that.
So because there's not going to be many title changes, that's a possibility in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay.
Anyway, that's Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be probably 2 to 3 really good matches.
Yeah.
And the rest, we'll see.
All right. That's fair.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Until wrap up.
Yeah.
We'll do that next week, and hope everybody enjoys Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
You going to be watching AEW on Saturday? What's it?
No,
Fight
Saturday.
for the Fallen?
Saturday. Is it this Saturday? Yeah, this Saturday I'm going to be in Silver Spring at the Flying V show. Can't beat the summer heat.
There you go.
And then on Sunday I won't be able to watch the pay-per-view live because I'll be at a double feature of Kill Bill at the Alamo.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Is there a basement in the Alamo?
No.
Oh, okay, just checking.
No, but that's what really sucks is that's something they don't tell you. You have to just find out.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Well, until next week, drinks on you, Malt. We're out.
Toodles and deuces. Toos.